What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mode video. So today we are going to be talking about the future of said game. And the fact that, like just yesterday or the day before, we ended up getting, I guess, a video of an interview between this one guy and the devs for Call of Duty Mobile. And he asked various questions, stuff that, the player base should have been asking whenever they got the chance. But yes, we did get an interview and we got a lot of interesting things. There are questions such as what's going to be in that special crate for all those people that grinded Legendary 6 times. There's also questions about the matchmaking system, all that stuff. But the one I want to focus on the most is actually the Mythic optimization, or I guess in this case, the future of the Mythic optimization. So as you guys know, we've been receiving Mythic skins for a very long time in this game, ever since the tail end of year 1 around season 11 or season 12, I believe. And we, I think the first one was the Mythic Fennec, and ever since then, every, by season basis, we end up getting another Mythic skin. I mean, this season we ended up getting one for the CX-9, and last time we ended up getting it for the AK-117 and so on. So yes, Mythics have been in this game for a very long time. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But for a while, at least at the very beginning, for the first few Mythics, they were pretty much lacking features that, newer Mythics today typically do have. Features including digital iron sights, tracer rounds, and even customizable medals, or even, the low calling card borders. We didn't get the customizable medals and borders until the Mythic Holger came out. That was, I think, the 4th Mythic weapon that came out chronologically. And I think it wasn't until like maybe the Morning Star that we didn't even get digital iron sights. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, the beginning Mythics, with the exception of the Fennec, all have regular iron sights, just improved ones over the original. But I know a lot of people would have loved to see some sort of digital iron sight for any of those weapons. And it's not to say that the ones that they have currently are bad, but I think they do need to be changed if they're going to be at Mythic level. So yeah, I mean, for me personally, I don't really care. I'm kind of just fine having the Mythics the way they are. But I know a lot of people probably want to see some changes like that, just to at least have the Mythics feel a lot more fresh. But speaking of also some other missing features, we're also missing tracer rounds for the older weapons. And this, I don't really know how this one's going to work. I mean, a lot of us probably already upgraded our Mythics to the max. So there is a chance that they could also add tracers to weapons that are already maxed out, so you could enjoy them on the AS Val or even the Fennec and just all the other older weapons. Again, I thought some of these new features were only reserved for that new upgrade style for the Mythics. I mean, they made it a lot more lenient. Back then, you actually had to max out your Mythic to get the clan border customizations, and you had to go like midway just to get the kill medals. But, they made it a lot more lenient, so you could really just upgrade it like halfway to get all those features. Like really, if you don't care about the tracer rounds, you only ever have to upgrade your Mythics to level 3 at this point. But before, it used to be a lot more strict and a lot more brutal, where you have to like max it out completely to get all those features. So one of the questions for the devs during the interview was about the Mythic. So this is what they had to ask. Why Mythic Peacekeeper MK2 artifact is not as good as the other Mythic blueprints in terms of design effects, iron sights, etc. Is there any plans to update it? And they did answer by saying that we always hear our players' feedback, like how we enhanced the Mythic Switchblade X9 recently. And we are also working to enhance the Mythic Peacekeeper MK2 and also other old Mythic blueprints as follows. So as you guys know, a while back, they did update the Switchblade Mythic, at least prior to it coming back. I mean, honestly, has it come back yet? I haven't even kept track of that. But yes, apparently a lot of people were complaining about the Switchblade's digital iron sight. I think it was a little too blurry, or I guess the tint was too strong, so they made it a lot more transparent. But that's basically the only change that they made. I don't think the Switchblade needed to be adjusted that much. But when it comes to the other ones, they basically stated that they're going to update the experience for all the older Mythic weapons, meaning that the Holger, the Peacekeeper, the AS Val, and any other Mythic that may be lacking features will be potentially improved. There is no guarantee that they're going to have digital iron sights, tracer rounds, medals, all that stuff with these older mythics, but they might make them a little easier to use. And I have noticed that with the, I think with the Mythic AS Vow, it does feel a little more optimized. Not when it comes to how it looks, but when it comes to its performance. The recoil, or I guess the visual recoil, is a little bit different. And I don't really think it has anything to do with the aim shake, but even with it on, it feels a little different than before. It's really hard to explain. Even if you use like the FMJ marksman rounds, they feel it feels like they changed it somehow. I don't know how to explain it, but I think they're talking about this in a more cosmetic context. Performance-wise, the Mythics perform pretty well. There's nothing really wrong with them, but they just want to change them in a cosmetic sense. As for when it might come out, because I think they're probably just going to do this one at a time, I'm not sure. But there is a chance that they could just do all of them at once in a singular season release. So there is a chance, maybe around season 11, because that's like the major update, or I guess the next major update. There is a chance that we might see an improved Mythic AS Vow, or just any of the ones that are, a little older. So I'm not really sure like when this is actually going to happen. It could happen that time, but there's a chance that it may be saved for like 4 to 6 seasons from now. But anyways, that's basically the news, the plans that they have so far, at least pertaining to the Mythic situation. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content, and I'll see you guys next time.